นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะพุทธังสรณังคัจฉามิธัมมังสรณังคัจฉามิสังฆังสรณังคัจฉามิ Good evening, friends in the Dhamma. Today is 29 January 2022. And I am here today. I'm waiting for Panyaavajiro to be here. I am here first. I hope he shall be here shortly. I just opened the program to all of you to let you know that we are going to have the monk chat again for this evening. In the meantime, I like to wait our friends, wait for our friends who are here today. If they like to make any comment and ask a question, you are welcome. And I think it's better to put the question in English, so then the other person can see, and then we start from there. Okay, so just let you know that the English language only for today. If I not make any comment, and so your question going to be seen on the screen if you have the question in English. So because English language, English program will be very good for our friend. I am waiting for Panyaavajiro. I don't know why he's not here yet. Today we went to Bristol for the new temple there. And Tan Mahamavasagon is opened the temple, and then we went there. 9 months went in total, 4 from our temple and 2 from Plymouth, and 3 months from London. So in total, it's 9 months for special day of the new temple. Today we talk about the new temple, and I would like you to ask the question about the temple. Last time we had well-being, we have some question, and today maybe talk about my master birthday a little bit. Don't forget the idea, the monk chat is just let our friend know what's going on here. I am waiting for Panyaavajiro. I hope he shall be here very soon. Okay, and I start before him, and it's very good. So today we got somebody already would like to ask a question. That is very good. What is the process of the opening and the new Buddhist temple? That's wonderful. I have to wait until the other monks come along, and then we talk about that. Today, yesterday we have number of the activities going on, which is very good to let our monks throughout the world know that, and let our lay people to know about our programs. Because monks, yesterday we have the meeting, the monk from many countries talk about the program in our temple program. This is very good, and each temple send their representative to talk about how we can make things better for Buddhism, working together throughout the world. So that is the idea to do it. What is the process of the opening the new temple? That is very good question from our friends. Well, the new temple in England now, we have quite a number of the temple, many places in in England. How many temples now? I think Wimbledon Temple, Wat Puttapati, and they have 3 branches or 3 connection. One is in Scotland and one in Wales, Thamapati and Sankapati. And now they got another one, the temple in Bristol. Actually, the Bristol temple is linked with 3 monks from different from Wimbledon, from King's Bombay, and also from Bristol. How it happened? The temple in the in Bristol start because it was in 2000 and 2000 26 2006, yeah, 2006. I understand that at the time when we start to have the new society or Buddhist study or Buddhist classes in Bristol. So when I was in uh, in Aston before we moved to this place. So we decided to have the class of meditation class every month. I think, I think about every fortnight, not every month, fortnight, uh, twice a year as a month. So it's about six months in total that I went there to have the class in meditation. It's very good. So it's how it happened. Oh, now Panyavajiro is here. That clock is late. Now look at it. 7 minutes now.
Ooh.
Yeah, please come in. You are here now, and we are waiting for you.
Sorry about that.
Okay, don't worry. Yeah.
The clocks here all tell different times.
Yes. Okay. I look at that as well.
Hello.
Thank you. Good evening. I think you're quite tall, are you?
Do you want me to go and sleep? I'm good at that.
I don't know. That is good enough. Yeah, thank you. It's very good now. Then the people are waiting for you. We have the question: what is the process of opening a new Buddhist temple? You see the temple, did you today?
Yes. Oh, yes. We saw that news.
How you feel?
In where was that place called?
Bristol.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
Bristol. Yes. Keynsham in Bristol.
Keynsham, you know Keynsham?
Well, I should know it, but
What are they?
I get there and I know nothing. So
Mary's Shepherd. Okay, good evening to you. Yeah, thank you. And Nong Nut Thomas. Okay, and then Panyanut Holland and Prakong Si and Dr. Sang Thong, yeah, and Chepta. And thank you. Good evening for all of you. Thank you. Oh well, when I got somebody else, I feel better now. I have energy.
It's all right. I'm falling to pieces. So.
I have energy because we got a question immediately. I said I don't know what to do, so I have to let for you to come. I came alone, and then nobody else. I said, "Oh dear, what am I going to say?" And the question turned up. Okay.
It's pretty. It's actually quite difficult.
What?
Well, I mean, you've got to buy the property or rent it to start with.
Well, this temple I just explained to them briefly about our temple here, especially well, when Papa Mahapasagon was here, at the time I already have the class in it was year 2006. I have the class for meditation and Buddhism for the English people in Bristol, and then after that Papa Mahapasagon came to England, so I sent him to run the class over there, and he was there. So we hired that place, that society, as a place for him for study at university in Bristol. That is how to start. And after years passed by, and the people there, they set up their community to make things possible if they can set up the temple or the idea of the community at the time. At the beginning, Pasagon said he didn't really want to make the temple at all. He said, well, it's not that easy. So that is very good. So, good evening, gentlemen. Yeah, Karen Cole, and then it's very good. Good evening. Quite a number of the people say hello. Thank you, Yom Samret. Very good, Yom Samret. It's very good. Well, because of that,ท่านมหาภัสกร start the temple. When he start, then we can, well, okay. Before he start, he asked me first at the time, after many years, not the first time. And the time we got the monk in Cambridge,ท่าน Sam said, okay, I am in the Cambridge. What can I do? I've been here for many years, and then I asked him if you can go for. Okay,คุณสุริพร okay, thank you. Good evening คุณสุริพรนะ and then we start by the society form the community and then invite ท่าน Sam from Cambridge to start and then they rent the place. The first thing to have to rent the place, isn't it? And then rent it for about 4 years before they have the temple today. It's not that easy, isn't it? How did you feel about this kind of the temple activity happen today? We went there and you look. Have you seen every single room?
I'm not so interested in the rooms as I was the people, actually.
What do you feel?
Well, I liked it. The ladies there were doing I mean, I don't know whether it's just an unusual situation, but the ladies there were each helping each other out all the time. They were, you know, the ones that were sitting down
Right
in front of the monks. Even they were well involved in what was going on, and that no one was sort of hiding away or pretending they're special or any of the things that I look to see whether people are doing these things. They were very good. Very good. The ladies were very good. And there were a couple of Englishmen there that had helped a great deal too.
Right.
I don't know what they'd done, but they got thanked pretty profusely. So
Well,
I'm assuming they did quite a bit.
No, they are the trustees of the temple.
Oh, there you go.
That's very good.
Quite a bit. Yeah.
And because of that, without the English men who help the temple paper, and then it's not that easy. So I got some friend who said, "Do you remember myself and Nigel? We met at a Case Gong in the Cherrybrook, Penton. You were blessing their fish shop. Oh, I see. It was so lovely to meet you. You bless us as well. We still wearing the blessing bracelets. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Mary Shepherd. Thank you very much. Yeah, I remember very well. Thank you. It's very good."
I used to wear mine until they fell off. They just rotted away.
Any more question? Yeah, it's not yet question. I like to see anybody like the question.
Well, that process, you haven't answered that yet. You've told a part of a history.
Okay. Well,
and then,
what can you say about this?
You mentioned the actual work you have to do. There's an enormous amount of work. You've got to have a running charity.
Yes.
So that takes lots of people.
Right.
Okay, only a few trustees, but without the other people, the trustees are worth nothing unless they got loads of money.
No.
So
I mean,
you've got
people,
all these people working together in the charity. Yes, they had a rented house that has to be paid for. The rates and the electricity and water, blah, 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 all this business has to be paid for. Yes. So they're working hard all the time anyway, and very, very loyal. Well, most of the people have got to be very loyal to be able to go through 4 years of that. Then when you start looking for a more permanent home, you've got to find one that suits you.
Right.
No, it has to suit you. It has to be big enough.
Right.
It has to be on its own, preferably, without someone next door, because people complain about the sounds.
Yes.
Not everyone likes the chanting.
Good.
So, you know, you've got to find a good place, and that one is quite a good place, really. Quite a good place.
Well,
the people are okay. There seem to be a lot of them. They were having a laugh, which is very good.
That is very good.
Isn't it? Very, very good. Everyone was happy. I don't know about Sam. He seemed a bit upset.
Well, put it this way. Well, the temple been there for 4 years before they have this place. They moved 2 times, and of course, the number of the members of the sponsor or attendants or the guests or whoever support the temple have been for many places, from Bath, from the local, from London, and from Plymouth, and from Bristol itself, and everywhere. So when you have
a place of his own.
Yeah. So when they start the temple, each year we have the function. Of course, they went to hire the hall somewhere to have special occasion, and a lot of people turn up for that. And the idea is to have the temple. So
I think Sam was overwhelmed by it all. I think he was so happy to be there and be in a place of his own, he could cry.
Well,
that's what he looked like to me.
No, today we asked, and Pastor Gon and mention how it happened, the temple, which I explain to you now. And then after that, he talked about how he came to England and how he involved with the society, and he himself not really have the beginning. He not really intend to start the temple, but then after that, when everything started by the community, and then he have to ask what he can. So that is my uh, what understand. And each person, when we talk, myself, uh, and then Pasakon and Somjit, and the last one Sam. Sam, he was in emotion and in the mood of the
There
feeling.
you go. He
That
was
is the last
overwhelmed
part.
with
He
it
said he
all.
didn't.
Yeah.
He said he didn't expect to be like this, and then he worked hard from the beginning in Cambridge, and then he worked hard in Bristol, and after that, he didn't expect this temple going to be this success in somehow. It's success because of now they moved to the new place, and the new place now is bought by the community, by the monks, and by everybody, which is very good. Now he feel more or less he got the proper place to look after. That's why he said he in tear of the happiness and joy, and he didn't expect this is going to be his place to look after. It says that if someone said dream, so the dream comes true.
His
Isn't it?
dreams come true.
That's right.
There
Yeah,
you go.
that is the idea.
There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah, that is very good. Yeah.
Very joyful. Very joyful.
So
indeed.
if someone
Well,
would
that's
like, if somewhere would like to have the new temple, the idea to look at the property, and the property have to be if you rent or you buy, and it doesn't matter, have to be a little bit of isolated from the people, or not really connect with the neighbor or disturb the neighbor. Even we are very good at doing so something, but we still have to respect the neighbor,
yeah.
and let them know that we are going to do so and so so and so. Anyhow, that is our first attempt. Second attempt is if you can possible, if you think like to do the temple, and then you get together with chair person, like set up the community society or charity, whatever, and then to invite the monks to be part of your organization, or the monks themselves feel this is place for us to set up the temple for the community. In other words, if someone would like to have the temple in their area, please tell the monks, please let us know. We are going to look at it closely, and then we would like to make it possible for all of you. Why? Because for benefit of the people in society. Today I went to the temple there. They invite me to have the blessing, and I go everywhere. I have every single room. Now our friend do you bless and chant in every room? And
He does. He does. Yes, definitely.
well, you chant in the chanting room. Yeah, we chant in the room, and after that I was invited. Can you please give the blessing to the new place? That normally that's very good. The idea is bless. When I went up to the third floor, second floor, and then come to every single room and study room, I had the blessing every single room for the benefit of peace of mind and the happiness of every single monks who come and stay, and the lay people stay there. It's very good. Yeah. And then our friend here say, when you move to Plymouth, we will come and see you. Mary, thank you.
Good on you.
I will do that. Yeah, definitely I will do that. I will let you know. Yeah. Uh, and she said, we would love a temple in Toby.
In where?
To-
Oh, Torbay.
Torbay.
Oh, very nice.
Toby near Turkey.
No, I don't know where it is
Right,
exactly.
Torbay.
Torbay seems down the south. I've got to look now, haven't I?
I don't know.
Goodness me.
It's very good. How far Torbay is? Yeah. Anyhow, so thank you very much for Mary Shepherd. Okay. And I got comment from Kunut. Kunut, I remember the year that I moved from Birmingham to King Bromley is the year my daughter born. Is 15 years this year. That's right. Yeah, it's 15 years. It's very good. I very happy. Okay, that is it's very good to say hello with คุณวสินทร์บุญมา Thank you คุณวสินทร์บุญมา from the Netherlands. Yeah. Uh, okay.
Oh, Babracum.
No, here you see the Toki
Or
of
Paynton.
Paynton. Yeah,
I can see it now.
that's right. Yeah,
Paynton,
we went there
Brixham.
to see early morning,
Oh, well, yes.
and we went to the special blessing in the Keith family, and then we were invited for blessing chanting in that the fish shop. Yeah, it's very good. Thank you. So, well, do you bless and chant in every room, and why? The word why is mean for, I think when you have the new place, it's better to be blessed and very good. Uh, Actually, it depends on the people. Yeah. Uh, it depends on if whoever from uh, uh, Thai culture, if the Buddhist monk went there to give the blessing, they would like to bless every single place if possible. Even restaurant, can you please bless my kitchen? Please, when to do that, to do that. Sometimes the people they feel uneasy from some room, and then we went to bless the room. And I remember very well when somebody passed away in hotel, and then no one can stand there. And when you put somebody in hotel, I mean this is Thai hotel in this country, they have about almost three like a small hotel, but it's big enough. It's semi like it's not B&B, but it's not big hotel with something about 20 rooms, something like that. Yeah.
That's quite big.
No, I mean compare with normal
Well,
hotel.
you
Yeah.
know, compared with the big,
Yeah,
ginormous
and
hotel, yeah.
20 rooms, and they asked me, can you please go when the monk was downstairs, when the monk were downstairs, and
Yeah.
all of them chant, and they said, can you please go to give the blessing? And they said the room that the people can't stay at the moment is the room that the people kill himself there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I went there. I remember very well when I started the chanting there, my hair stand up, something the Buddha. and I give the blessing like this. When I blessing like that, my hand like this, let somebody go check it. Oh, I feel very I don't know what to do because the rest of the monk were downstairs. They do the
They
chanting.
got more sense.
Yeah. And I was by myself.
Oh, goodness me.
It's very good, yeah. So very good, and then anyhow, we have to go to chant, or that's matter. We don't have to do it, but if we are invited, like today, I am free. I went to every single room and chanting that. It's very nice, yeah. So our friend here said yes. We went to the kid, and then Kun uh, uh, from Holland, yeah, Kun Wasin Bunma. He's a trustee of the temple in the Netherlands. Yeah, where Pramahapira in
Oh,
Netherlands.
Peter's there at the
Yes,
moment. Yes,
yeah,
he is. Yes.
yeah. Okay. Well, that is what you like to say. This is my suggestion, if you like. Yeah. So anybody like to ask any more question? Okay. What can you say? Yeah. Okay, he said, students from the temple want to know the story of your master and his teaching. Well, today we have special chanting for my master. He is 101 years old. 101. And he is my master, the first master. And is very good. And his name is Prakru Amnat. And I was young.
You were at one time.
Well, at the time, at the 13 years old.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, I was in the temple, and then I learned from him, and learned everything from the beginning. Yeah. So and so if you say start my master teaching, well, I think I will come to the question you asked. How long was you as novice and training with your master? That is very good good question about my master and myself. I was with my master when I was 13 years old. I became a novice, and I was with him as a boy first for October, November, December, about 3 months, and then I became a novice on 20th of December. We said, oh, the same time. When you become
Something
a novice.
like that time.
When did you become a
I
novice?
can't remember.
22. No, 2022, you said 22nd. You become a novice at the same time as me. I became a novice when I was uh, 13, and it was 28 of the December. I remember very well. So I stayed with my master for 3 months, training, learning, and what he good at. My master is good fortune teller,
Well,
very good. And I hear what he say. He talk to the people. It's wonderful. I like, and he enjoy talking to the people. That my master. And then I learn from him a lot. And he very good at chanting. Very good at chanting indeed. So I learned chanting from him, how he chant.
I
So
was only 7 times older than you when I started. That's all.
so
7 times 13 is 78, I
well,
think.
well, so I was as a novice first for 7 years.
Yeah.
So after I became a novice, I go and clean his room every single day, either in the morning or in the evening or late afternoon. Normally, I do in the morning. So that means that the room in the chanting in the where he stay clean. You wash it clean, everything very clean. So you pay respect to master. Master is very good, and then you do it. That's my. So 7 years. This question: how long was your a novice and training with your master for 7 years? And after I became a monk, I still with my master. And then I went out to the chanting with him. Each year I went each place chanting with him. It's very good. Why? Because he teach. Yeah. Well, so that is good. When you read the question, please. What is it?
What's the hardest technique or teaching to learn for you in Buddhism?
What about you? How you feel when you see the question like this?
Well, I can think of something I don't like admitting. I can't. It takes me very long time to learn to chant something.
So you don't like chanting?
You say I don't like it. It doesn't like me. There's another way around. I have to
What do you mean that is
work
like
at it.
you? Well, it's the hardest technique or the teaching to learn for you in Buddhism. In Buddhism, there are four things. It's not very good for the newcomer. First, you can't bear to accept the teaching. The very hard part. Whoever cannot bear the teaching. Second, you can't bear to follow the rules, especially like eating. You cannot fast. You can't. You that is very hard. And the third, you fell in love with somebody. Like I met someone today. She admit to me, I was a nun. I was a nun in the other tradition, not.
Not
Can you come because it's your yeah, you come back a little bit please, because otherwise you
okay,
have a
too
shoulder. Yeah.
close.
She was a nun, and then
Now
she
you're
said,
mine. I'm too big.
she was a nun, and then she said, well, I was training for 3 years, 4 years, and she showed her son to me. I have to leave. I left monastery because more or less I fell in love with my husband, and after that she decided to leave. That's very good. Yeah,
Do you like having a
that is
family?
very good. Yeah, very good. So she said that. So that another part. What is the hard thing to do to become or learn? Well, in fact, it's not learning to be a monk. It's not that easy. And the last part is uh, you lazy. If you lazy, it's not very good. You have to be a lot of energy to be. Yeah, that is very good to know. Yeah. So the teaching to learn for Buddhism is difficult. Is you have to practice meditation. You have to very hard part that you be. Maybe somebody for you, maybe you stay still. Yeah. How long you can stay still? I think stay still quite difficult for someone. So you cannot do sitting meditation. I suggest you to do walking, for example. Yeah. So that part you have to learn, and there are many hard parts. So I don't know what to say. Yeah? The question here, I think, what you think, Panjavajiro?
I just think that I know I really do think that the most difficult thing to learn is the chanting.
For you, yeah.
For me, it is, yeah, because my tongue won't get round some of the words. And it's very very difficult to memorize something that's you can't even say sometimes. So yeah, I have difficulty with that. Actually, though, I'm learning them. I mean, I didn't have a book today, but I knew a very great number of the words.
Okay. So Mary say, do you use Reiki and Jaga? I studied Reiki and had an amazing experience where I saw my teacher aura and pose hers around her head.
Around her head, yeah.
Okay. Aura is well, everybody have the aura. Yeah. I remember very well. Whoever you study how to meditate, and so it's very interesting when I meditate in Wimbledon. Yeah. And for those who practice very well, they came to me, oh, John, yeah, very nice aura. Yeah. Depend on individual. Everybody got it. Yeah. Especially you use in a good moment of your meditation, and then you set, and then you have very small, very the dim light, like or the candle light, and meditate everywhere. And you meditate for 1 hour. And if you have deep meditation, and when you see the person, that will be very good. Everybody will have the aura. Where is aura? In energy of individual. Yeah.
The Russians have a technique for photographing it.
Really?
Yeah, they do.
They do it. Yeah. It's very good, So I'm not surprised. Yeah, that anybody try to do it. And if you like to have aura, come to practice meditation. Even in our temple, yeah, if we practice more in the garden in summer, it's very good. Maybe a lot of people show the aura. Yeah. It's very nice. Okay. Can you anybody have more question to ask? To what is very good to learn? What is that?
We've done that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The question. Okay. Today we went to chanting in Bristol.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you find chanting? We chant Dhammacakka.
I surprised myself actually.
Yes.
Because a lot of the Dhammacakka I could remember the early sort of half of it maybe.
Very good. Very
good.
And
I joined in the first half, and then I got lost.
Well,
but I got no book.
That's very good. I think Dhammacakka is very good chanting, and very very powerful chanting too. I learned from my master, and my master very good at the of the chanting. I learned from him different, and he of course better than me. You can't beat your master. Master is very good. So I very pleased that I managed to continue the journey of the chanting, that I chant from the way in which. Now, good evening, Jakun, did from Suripon. That's very good. Yeah. Panyavajiro.
Yes, very nice to meet you.
You remember her? Remember her?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, she always come here.
Got a little tiny picture there in the corner.
Yes.
I can see the lady.
Yes, it's very good. So we got Pipalai and Salitavat Sam in Thailand. Sam in Thailand as well.
Oh yeah.
He said hello to you. Yeah? It's very good. Yeah? Very good. Very good. Thank you. So really, the chanting it depends on if you chant. The technique of the chanting we chant today is we chant what is Dhammacakka and some part of Mahasamaya that we chant. And actually today we chant Mahasamaya because my master birthday. Yeah. So he 101, and I chant for him and offer to him, respect him as my master. So his chanting is wonderful. I learned from him. Yeah. So very very good. how you find the chanting Panjavajiro today?
What do you mean?
Well, you said you chant, but how did you find? Hard or not hard?
No, no different to what we do every day in the temple here. It was just the same, really. There's
Well, sometimes
nothing new about it.
sometimes you don't like chanting, don't you?
No, sometimes I don't like chanting. Sometimes I do not want to open my mouth.
Why?
No. Well, when I was lay, I never joined in the chanting.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
You when the lay
So
person since become a novice and monk.
Since I became a novice, it's twice a day,
Yes,
7 days a week.
it's non-stop.
Yeah, non-stop.
And then you feel something sometimes it's too much or what?
I don't really know what it is. Sometimes I just plain don't want to chant. Simple as that.
Well,
You can call me idle if you like, but usually I do some cooking or something, or go fetching milk, or
yes,
opening up the garage doors and
well,
everything.
I like to say the truth about Panjavajiro. Yes, sometimes when he didn't come to the chanting, he went to do something else, to do the job, do that. He is nearly 80, but he's still active in his work. And we asked you to be here today because you're just about to go to Poland tomorrow. You see, and then who going to be do the monk chat with me?
You got some very young people you can
Talk
whatever.
to, yeah.
talk to, is that it?
Well,
Okay,
the monk chat, he not monks.
Oh no.
And the other monk who can't chat. He can chat, but he quiet. He very serious. I think the monk chat, the idea is to let the people who like to talk to the monks, not only monk and monks. So monk chat means chat with the monks. Yeah,
I'll do.
Yeah.
Chat with the monk.
Chat with the monks.
Yeah.
So maybe we change the project subject next time. Chat with the monks. With the monk chat. It's very good. Huh? Well, okay, that is very. Any more question? Yeah. Do master and student in Buddhism ever have disagreement? Do you have any story?
Disagreement?
Yes. Well,
I don't think that we disagree. Well, we disagree, but it's always very congenial. It's always very easy to overcome. I mean, it's not like a knife fight. Or we don't argue about things particularly. I have a difference of opinion,
right.
but that's all.
Well, that is a very good point. This question. The question is, I think, a disagreement. I think it's not master. I think between the learner. There was some thing happening in our tradition. The monks with the monks themselves disagree with something, and they disagree. They say, well, what you're doing is not right. What happened was the monks between two of them, two groups, they disagree. And when they disagree, and then because of disagree, they tell their students, and then tell their follower. And then what happened? Years after year, and after that, they not really get on together, not at all. And the problem, because at the end, what happened? They just split from each other, and then one go one way, and the other go the other way. And then the people said, why the monks have this problem? And they went to the Buddha. A Buddha came to ask them. And after that, what happened? They still not believe Buddha. The Buddha just fed up. No, the Buddha fed up, and then went down to somewhere else. Went to the mountain, to the forest. Sorry, that is how it happened. So the monk can be disagree, yeah, but not only master. The master, you see, when the people not listen to the Buddha, more or less they disagree, isn't it? Not listen. Well, stop fighting each other like your children. And your children agree with you all the time, listen to you? I don't think so.
You're quite right.
But
No.
some do, yeah?
Well, some do, but mostly no. There's arguments of difference of opinion. They don't want to do this or that. Children are usually idle or looking for some more pleasure. They're not facing the reality of the world.
No. Well,
You have to help them face the reality.
right.
So there's problems with those things, but it's my experience here has always been good, positive,
Right, that's very good.
always. And I've been here a long time now, on and off.
You mean the temple here?
Yes.
Well, yes, and if he talk about the students and teachers, not only here, anywhere, when they have difficulty, they can always come. What is the problem, and then we sort out. And if they disagree, and then you can just let them go in their way. For example, if I not believe in this, not believe in this, they believe in it, sometimes they not turn up. What happened? Somebody who came to the temple, what happened? They say, okay, uh, when you ask their, their children come to the temple, what they do? They pay respect to the Buddha. Yeah, bow one, bow two, bow three, 1, 2, 3, sadhu, sadhu. Some parents, especially European, they think we try to brainwash.
Yeah.
You can see the point.
Mm.
And then what to do? You have to explain the culture. Otherwise, they think, oh, you brainwash my children until they grown up, and after that they learn how to speak, how to behave, how to respect. I think respect is important. There may be a different culture. Okay, well, if you have the problem with you're the teacher or disagree with the teacher in somehow, you can show your understanding, your knowledge, and the teacher, I think they have the common sense or open-minded. I think if in reality, yeah. But in Thailand, like my master, for example, I've been with my master for 14 years. I don't have any problem. I just listen to him. And then he said that. I said, oh, good. I listen. And sometimes you might have a little bit of doubt, but it's not disagreement. But you might say, why like that? Why like this? And then you might feel, oh, I like to have more, no explanation. Uh,
Yeah.
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 So I don't have the story today.
I know the story. I've got no stories about that. The fact is that I respect you, and when you say something, I don't argue about Buddhism with you, the Dhamma,
Yes.
or with your culture.
Right.
Don't always feel as comfortable in the culture, but generally, no more than generally. I mean, goodness me, what? No, I don't pretend to know better than
Right.
you or the Buddha. No, definitely
Well,
not.
is the question maybe they ask about yourself as student and myself as a teacher. So really, we don't have any problems or disagreement. But in some area, we talk what is the best thing to do for Buddhism in the future. And my idea to work for Buddhism here, I got Panyavajiro to help. That is very good. We plan to have another place in Primat. So tell me a little bit about Primat now. What do you think? We just to talk to the people in the public, how you feel, what the possibility to have it.
Well, there are lots of possibilities there. We have lots of space. No, we haven't got neighbours looking at us all the time. So we've got lots of space and privacy. You go through the main gates and it's private to us. So it's very comfortable. You can walk. I mean, you talk about walking meditation. You can walk your legs off around there.
Yes.
And not be interfered with by anyone. So we've got that space. We've got that building at the top of the hill, which we'll make into a chapel,
right,
into a place of worship on its own.
Right.
And so coming down, we've got a chanting room, a proper one. And then there's places for the ladies. Yeah. And we've got a meditation hall in the top of a big meditation hall. Maybe you get a couple of hundred people in there.
Okay.
Big one. So yeah, there's lots of potential. I mean, I'd like to see a nursery
in the
WBDO building.
Right.
Okay. I would, because that would bring English people in who can, as well as Thai people, so there's a mix of the cultures.
Right.
And that's always a good thing, especially when you live in England. So it can't be a bad thing. Yeah, I know. It's just a matter of using the space to the best advantage. Okay, we'll get on and do that. The rest of the WBDO building will be teaching areas.
Right.
So we can look forward to teaching Buddhism to the lay.
Well, it's very good, yeah.
And English and cultural orientation.
Yes,
right, good word.
Good, yeah.
Cultural orientation to the monks.
Yeah.
So they get to know about what it's like to be in Britain.
Good.
All over. I mean, so there's plenty of room for that. Well, there's a lot of potential there. A lot of potential.
Right.
So yeah, it's not something that we can. Well, I mean, I don't know. I've been doing the job for a couple of 3 years now, and I think it's worthwhile every moment.
Well, we have a new question.
Yeah, go for it.
Please tell us about the story of statue of the King Swami Buddha.
Whoa,
it's a big Buddha,
isn't big one.
Well,
I can tell you one thing: it's heavy.
Yeah. Well, it's just briefly. This Buddha was in the. Well, it's 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I think 5 years now. When I went to Thailand, the doctor, acupuncture doctor, is very well known in his career, and he from Chiang Rai, the north of Thailand, and his generation found this Buddha in somewhere in the cave, yeah, and in the area, their own room, their own land, sorry, in a very deep under the mountain, and then they took it out, and then after that kept it in their house for many years. After many years in their generation, in their own house, they said it ought to be in the temple. Usually at be too big, yeah. So then decide to give to my master, and my master say, well, when he was just about 100 years at the time, I thought he was 100 years because his birthday, supposed to be 104 now, but I think by me record is 101. Anyhow, so he said to me, in that case, I would like to offer to Dr. LAOW. He used to call me Dr. LAOW, yeah, at the temple in King's Bomley. And and after the doctor shipped to our temple door to door with his own expense. So that's why we got the Buddha here. And you might interest why it's quite big, yeah, very big Buddha, very big indeed, yeah. Yes, how did you get the big Buddha?
With enormous difficulty. many people. Many people.
Well, we have to very good. The door, the chanting room is just about right.
It went through the double doors.
Yes, outside
on the right hand side. Yeah, yes. I went through the double doors, and then it was literally carried, and then Adrian.
Yeah.
Gave the final push with his enormous strength.
Were you there?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we put that about 4 years now. 3.
I don't know how long 3 years. I think it's more like 3. Yeah.
More than 3 years. Yeah, very good. That's how that. So we put in the.
Don't want to move it again.
No,
okay.
No. Okay, can you ask the question here? Answer the question. What is it?
What does Ven Panyavarajiro? Oh, me.
What does Panyavarajiro think the Buddha would be like if he was on earth today?
Oh dear.
Okay. Answer the question.
Well,
please.
I'll start off by saying I don't think he was a weak man. I think he was a very strong man. The stuff he had to put up with, especially when he was in the forest and before he became enlightened, when he was putting himself through all those trials. You've got to be strong to decide to learn someone else's techniques. And he did that twice, maybe 3 times. Twice we know for sure.
Right.
And then he went and well, effectively nearly killed himself. Yeah, you've got to have a lot of willpower to do that, A lot of willpower, strong man. And when he became enlightened and started to teach, he wasn't always what am I trying to say? He wasn't. he knew his own mind,
right,
and he stood by it.
right,
And whatever happened anywhere, he stood by what he thought was right. And no, I started to look again at the story of the swan
right.
today, actually.
Did you?
Yes, I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
What you look at?
Jan wrote rewrote it,
Right,
and it's the way he's rewritten it, and it's nice. You know, it shows the compassion that the Buddha has. It shows the intellect, the intelligence he has when he poses the question about who it belonged to, and sent all of the advisors off because they had to put their heads together and think that one through. You know what? So it shows, it brings it out very clearly and nicely.
good.
And one of the chanting sessions, I'm going to read it
That's very good.
out loud
Well,
and slowly.
good. We will look at it later. Well, we got quite a number of our friends, Kun Suchada, yeah, Patava, Vanit. Okay, Kun Suchada from America, yeah, Kun Ponipa from Germany, and Kun Pra Kru, Chakon, Bunyong. Okay, and the monks there. Thank you. Good evening. And our friend here she said, we holiday in Hua Hin in Thailand and visit the Golden Buddha near Bangkok and had a very
Boat ride on the floating market.
right.
I nearly fell off that more than once. I really did.
That's a special time we have. Yeah, we must love the Thai people. We also saw the big Golden Buddha but lying down. Yes, that is very good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your comment and share your experience.
Yeah.
And Kun Lena Cook, yeah, okay. Good evening. She say hello. Well, we come only 10 minutes to go now, but I would like to take more questions. Anybody have more questions to ask? Okay. Okay, nobody have. Okay. I think. Okay. Ask the question.
Did the Buddha have enemies? Yes, I think he did.
Okay. Well, enemies. What do you mean enemies?
Someone who doesn't like you enough to damage you.
Yes. Okay.
Either with words or deeds.
Yes.
And
well,
he had both. I mean, Devadatta tried to drop a great rock on his head. Didn't do his foot any good, but you know.
Very good that he show his kindness. It's very interesting. The Buddha, so far in every single life, someone always envy him, turn to be his enemy, and turn to be they did like him anyway in somehow. It doesn't matter how good you were. So you turn to have some enemies in your life. But the Buddha show in the Dhammapada show his kindness or loving kindness, compassion to he got compassion and kindness to Tevatatta, to the man who hired by someone to kill him, the hunter. Yeah, and even to Rahura. Yeah, to elephant that he just about to run over him, to his son. So his son, the hunters, and fierce elephant, including Tevatatta, who tried to kill him. He have that kind of compassion and love to the same. So if you said how the Buddha did deal with the feeling with those who are they don't like him, or he just feel maybe try to give compassion or loving kindness. Another word that we not really take the serious of the bad side of the person, bad side, try to do something good for that person, kindness to that person. That is what we learn from the Buddha. What do you think? What your opinion? How you feel? Those if you see enemy to yourself.
I'm beginning. Come on. I'm beginning to understand. My first reaction to any enemy of any sort is attack. There's no doubt about that. But I'm beginning to understand. It's your fault, by the way.
How?
Because you keep on going on about it. But
Why?
I am beginning to understand that actually it isn't the fault of the person. It's the fault of the way that person has grown, the influences on that person.
Hmm.
And maybe the parents before that, and maybe before that, for all I know. So in fact, it isn't really the fault of the person when they have anything wrong at all. It's a matter of the way that they are because of what they've experienced. And you're not always right either, you know. I mean,
Of course, we are not perfect. You said
perfectly,
that.
definitely not.
No human being is human
I
being.
fight when I know I'm wrong sometimes, just to see if I can win. I can kind of think of a couple of instances, yes. But I'm beginning to be a little more understanding of the other people's point of view, actually. In fact, a lot more understanding.
Yeah.
I think a year here as a monk has certainly changed certain things about me.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely it has.
Well, you know, somebody don't like a monk sometimes, and experience not only forget about how the Buddha deal, because the Buddha, he has so much of energy of the good, positive, and then kindness and great compassion to the world. And for us, we are the human being.
Yep.
And I feel very sorry when I went to walk along the road, yeah, in England road, beside the road. And then because we walk on the left hand side, the big enough, the road big enough for us to walk. Normally you said when you walk, you should walk forward to see the car,
Towards the
toward
cars,
the car. But because of this is normal. I mean, this is for, you know, like we have big room enough.
You're telling me you've got a pavement?
Yes, a pavement enough. Yeah, we got a pavement to walk. Yeah,
right,
we got a pavement enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a room. You know what happened when we walk? I on the yes, I think on the left hand side, and my Japanese friend in the same class on the right hand side. So he right hand side, my inside, and then after that the car. Yeah. So I know for well there was a car in behind us, and they told a very big potato or tomato. Yeah, tomato. Yeah, yellow one.
You pick it up and throw it back?
No. He throw. Yeah, he throw that, and I believe they're going to throw to me because they don't like me because I'm monk. Yeah, and then because unfortunately, tomato hit Japanese friend, and he get very angry. Yeah, and one when I went to Grimsby in the near Hull. Yeah, and we went to the sea. Many monks in the temple minibus. And on the hill, very long way, the hill, and the car were downstairs. And then we moved our car there and parked the car there. We moved before we moved to the seaside or front sea. And then we just came back. After we came back, immediately after I get in the car, yeah, somebody throw the eggs, yeah, the egg, fresh egg. To where exactly hit where I was. I mean, the seat in the window.
Oh.
Yes, I hit just if I not shut the door yet, or I open the window, for example. Yeah, absolutely, will hit me. And but because the window had the glass, and then I didn't open yet, and then I get out of the car and said because they hit my car because they don't like me. I think I said any more. Yeah, any more eggs? Yeah, I will take it to make a fried rice or something. Any more eggs? More. When I said more, yeah, any more? Please come. Oh, they run away. You know, the kids. So they don't like me. You know, sometimes they don't like you.
I don't think they don't like you. They just feel. I mean, don't think I haven't had it happen to me.
No,
because I have.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
What happened?
On this road outside here.
Why? What did you what?
Oh, they didn't throw anything at me, but they accept words and jeering
Right.
and whatever. And it's
Okay.
happened twice, actually.
Well, you managed to the
I managed
current
not to
con.
even bother telling you.
What you say? What you say?
I wish everyone had just a small amount of the positive attitude you have, and I wish they were so kind. The world would be a better place. It's
Oh, thank you.
well, I'm learning that at speed, actually.
And what about this one? Yeah. Okay. This she says sadhu. Yes, very
Yeah.
good. Yes, from Dr. Nai from Germany. And what about Suriporn? Yes. Yeah. What she say? It's also here. Yes, she is here today. And Kun John here. Thank you, John. Hello. Good evening, John. And whenever you are correct, I work in mental health and totally understand why people behave the way they do. It's happened, yeah. Well, we have to accept the people. They are not perfect. We are not perfect. Everybody is the same. So we have to understand. Well, thank you very much, Panyavajiro. You're going off tomorrow to.
Oh yes, Poland tomorrow.
Well, yeah.
Grandchildren.
Yes, because to see your grandchildren. That's why
Definitely.
you're here. So we will see you tomorrow evening for the monk chat again. I try to have the monk chat every weekend. And if tomorrow I will see somebody else, I don't know. I would like you to Kun Dong Philip. Okay, everybody, please. If you like to join us in the future, please let me know. We can talk to you. I will invite you on the program and have a chat together. Well, thank you very much for watching, for being with us today. Thank you very much. We got about 39, 40 people. It's very good.
Very good.
And
Very
we
good.
got,
Yeah.
yes,
Nice
very
to meet
good.
you all
And
again.
yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Okay, give the blessing to them.
Yeah, okay.
อภิวาทนาสีลิสนิจังวุธาปจายโนจัตตารโอธัมมาวัฏันติอายุวันโนสุขังพะลังภวตุสัพพมังครังราคันตุสัพพเทวตาสัพพพุทธานุภาเวนะสัพพธรรมานุภาเวนะสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนะสทาโสธีพระวันตุเต Good evening. Thank you. Bye bye.